by Mike Bryce, the boat guy. So, guys, what do you expect from tonight's game?
Well, hey, it's great to be here, you guys. I appreciate you letting me join you on the home games, because this is really a thrill for me. But yeah, I think it's going to be tough. Naselle has, after losing miserably and then coming back with a vengeance, and they have not been kind to their opponents since then. They got a guy named Evans, number 9, that seems to appear to be their workhorse there. So if we control him, play the game. I've heard, the games I watch and the games I've listened to of the Hyaks. I listen to all you guys all the time, and if they can stay within their game, what they've been working on, the things they've been improving on, I think it should be a good game, and they got a real serious chance of coming out here to win. So.
Mike, you're talking about Eli Gardner, number 9 for the Comets. He leads the team in rushing. He leads the team in receiving. Last week, Eli had 4 rushing attempts for 48 yards and 3 touchdowns. So, Trey, you asked me what the keys to the game are. It's containing Eli Gardner.
Exactly. That's
Well, that's a very astute point, John.
Yeah. Hey, well,
this is why we paid John the big bucks.
That's
by the
right.
way.
He gets paid.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Eli Gardner, as you say, that's the key. But what we need is a big game out of someone like George Harmon.
Yeah.
And if he can focus on be the guy, on him, I think we got something going here, or somebody in that defensive scheme.
And then Dakota Bryson, if he can
north or south,
basically counter and be our big guy, or Parker or Malik.
Right.
Well, anyway, I'm going to go over and take a look at Week 4 for 1B Southwest 8-man football. Of course, John and I were on hand when the North Beach Hyaks defeated Taholah 52-28. An exciting game, wouldn't you say, John?
It was a doozy.
Then this one shocked me somewhat. Wahkiakum 62, Oakville North River 6. It sounds shocking because of the amount of trouble we had containing Rodos, but since the Hyaks game, he has not played. And it seems that Oakville has just been disheveled since then.
Well, I hope all is well.
He hasn't played at all.
No. You look at the stats, he has not played.
Or somebody found an answer for him.
Well, no, it's either he's been injured, maybe it's a grade problem, or a disciplinary
Maybe somebody
act.
recruited him to one of them private elite schools.
Yeah, don't know. Ocosta, which we had a close game with, came down to just the last few minutes, crushed Chief Leshai 47-6. And Naselle Grays River, a team had 60 to Northwest Christian's 8. We played Northwest Christian. We beat them as well, but for us it was a much closer game, John.
Each of those 8 points that Northwest Christian scored came in the fourth quarter when Naselle had already subbed out their varsity squad.
Yeah. So you're sitting, getting ready to get started out here at the stadium. About 12 minutes, I guess, till start, or 10 minutes till start.
So for Week 5, 1B action, we've got 3-1 Naselle here at North Beach, 2-2. 1-3 Winlock is at Northwest Christian, 2-2. Acosta 3-1 at Wahkiakum, 4-0. That's the big marquee game on the schedule. And then Taholah 0-3 at Oakville, 2-2. So, as we stated, Naselle is 3-1. They started the year off on September 8th. They beat Darrington 52-8. And then Wahkiakum came to Naselle, and in a game that just shocked me to no end, Wahkiakum beat Naselle 54-10.
Yeah.
But then the next 2 games, it was Naselle over Winlock 56-6, and as we said, Naselle beat Northwest Christian last week 60-8. North Beach started the year off with a 30-26 win over Northwest Christian in Tenino. And then we lost to relatively close games. I think the Oakville score, that game, John, wouldn't you agree, was closer than the score would indicate?
Right, I agree.
But Oakville won 32-22. Then on the 19th, we went to Acosta and lost 44-38, and then of course we won 52-28 at Tohola. And with that, covering our schedule, I turn it over to the guys to go over the rosters or whatever.
Mike,
but first we have the national anthem.
National anthem.
Squealing. Giving a lot of feedback. Yeah.
Well, they're playing the fight song now, which is the same as the Washington State Cougar fight song. So
Daryl Prowse producing the television production over there. Be appreciative of that.
Yep, we are being heard, of course, at KOSWRadio.com, 88.9 FM. You can see us live right now on the North Beach Community Television. Mike, Coach once into the booth. Anyway, North Beach Community Television YouTube stream. And we've got Daryl Prowse, the producer, and Miss Lisa Hayes on camera tonight for this big matchup. And we've got the guys out shaking hands, the captains, and they're going to determine who wins the toss and who's going what direction. So, actually, this year, one thing I found interesting is the fact that in years past, North Beach always seemed to come up short on the sideline. Every team we played seemed to have sometimes twice as many players as we did, but not this year. This year, we seem to have a lot of players.
They got a full crop down there this time. Yeah, that's for sure.
So we're waiting.
So we have number 12. That doesn't look like Dakota.
No, number 12 is Parker Johnson.
Parker. Okay. Yeah.
There we go again. I'm here for the game. He's wearing a different number.
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to take it personal.
Well, guys, this is Naselle is the number-ranked 5 team in the entire state for 1B football, and I know that they came to play, but again, I was able to visit probably most of the practices this week, and just based off of watching the practice, the Hyak are coming to play. They're not going to sit down. They know what's in front of them, and they know how good this Naselle team is.
No.
And now, your starting offense.
All right, they're introducing the starting lineup for the Hyaks.
offensive line, senior number 55, Isaac Cheese.
Okay, they're doing the lineups now.
On the offensive line,
You can hear it.
senior number 89,
55, Isaac Cheese, center.
George Harmon.
George Harmon is one of the linemen.
Receiver, junior number 14, Jaden.
Arguably the leader of the line.
Jaden Apodaca is going to be a receiver.
Dakota Bryson.
And this would make him North Dakota.
Yes.
So anyway, the Hyaks won the toss. They decided to defer to the second half, which, I don't know, almost everybody does that now. It's almost become the default thing. If you get it.
And that it's a point, because back, I won't tell you what the day was, but in the day, in high school, we won the toss, we got the ball. Man, you want to stick it to them, right?
Right.
You want first blood, man.
Okay, so we're about ready to get underway, and we've got Parker Johnson underway, and we've got a receiver back at about the 20-yard line. So here we go, and there's a big kick, and it sends the receiver back, and it goes out of bounds.
Right into the pool.
Right away, the ball boy is going to be working.
Now, it's too bad that went out of bounds. That would have been a better play had it settled down there. We could have pinned them back quite a ways.
And it's down there in the broad jump pit along the side there.
But
it looks like a reflecting fountain now.
But instead, the ball gets placed out at the 35, where Naselle comes out first and 10.
Quarterback Heath Chadwick of Naselle under center.
And we've got trips to the right, a single receiver to the left. And there's a snap, a quick pass. It looks like a double pass. Coming back to the right. It's a horrible pass, but there is no Hyak over there. And they fall down, and it looks like he's going to go all the way. First play of the game.
65-yard.
And that was looked like the quarterback pitched it back there.
Yeah,
number 9.
The quarterback pitched it back to number 9. The entire defense
focused on
number 9, probably part of the game plan, and that left number 12, Heath Chadwick, wide open on the near side, and he runs down.
So we'll go for the 2-point conversion.
Well, I would say
offense going.
I would say he ran down and kind of ran out of gas at the 10, but stumbled into the end zone. But still, that's a great start for Naselle. Pitch back to number 3, and he's going to get in. Barely touched.
No, number 9.
Number 9.
Oh, number 9?
Yeah.
So 2 times.
So
game's not even a minute long, and 2 times that name's been called.
Well,
Right.
I was going to say not just a minute long. It's only 14 seconds old, and we are down 8-0. Not the way that we needed to start.
But I don't think I've seen that. That play like that.
Well, they knew they knew the Hyaks would be keying on Gardner, so that's a great counter.
You don't typically open a game with a trick play, and that was a great play by Naselle.
But we've seen it now.
Yeah, now we know. And even with that play, if Eli Gardner is your focus, you maintain that strategy.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't.
Okay, so
that's
Naselle
what
is
the game's about.
Yeah, Naselle is ready to go. The Hyaks were a little slow coming out, but they are now out. We've got Dakota Bryson back standing at about the 15-yard line, waiting for the kick from number 87. Guys, you have the Naselle roster, so who is that? And there goes the ball, and it looks like it goes out of bounds.
Number 87, Kyle Packins.
So
Hakkinen.
we've had 2 kickoffs, and both of them have gone out of bounds, so both teams are getting started at their own 35-yard line.
That last play by Naselle is probably a good indicator of why Naselle has scored 178 points this year on the different defenses they played against.
Yeah, they're averaging 44.5 points a game and surrendering 19. So the Hyaks are averaging 35.5 points a game and surrendering 32.5. So So let's see what the Hyaks do to counter.
I'm not even going to try to guess.
Yeah, coming out, and looks like our single wing. And there's a whistle.
False start against the Hyaks, 5-yard penalty. First down and 15 at the 30-yard line.
Did you see a false start?
I didn't see
did
a
not.
false start. No.
No.
I didn't see any movement whatsoever. But that's what was called. So instead of 1st and 10, it's now 1st and 15 from the 30-yard line. This is not a good start. Now, it could get much better from here, but just saying, not a good start.
Right. This is the start they've been handed, and now they need to work through it.
Okay, 1st and 15. Parker Johnson gets the ball, goes up the middle, and that is probably the least amount of yardage I've seen him gain on that play this year. Gained
Yeah, Parker tried
about
to find
3 yards.
Parker tried to find a gap on the right side, and it just wasn't there. The Naselle defense collapsed the hole, and Parker went down after, 3 yards?
Yeah. But like you said, they have a big offensive and defensive line.
They do,
so.
Trace. 7 players over 200 pounds.
Okay, single wing again, one back with Parker. Parker goes back to pass, throws it out, and it is complete for a first down to Jaden Apodaca.
Nice.
Jaden talked all week about wanting to be a playmaker in this game, and he's off to a good start.
There you go.
That was, because Parker was getting rushed, and he just lofted it just over the top of the defense, and Jaden Apodaca using good
Boy, and he was
good
had
hands,
some good
caught it.
coverage around him too.
He was covered. There was double coverage on Jaden, and
There's a
Parker
nice play.
had the rush coming after him, and he looked right through it and found Jaden.
There's-
So we're in our typical single wing formation. Parker gets the ball, and he breaks a tackle, but he only gets about a yard. It looked like it was going to be a loss maybe of 2 or 3, so getting 1 yard.
Yeah,
Well, nope, they're not even giving him the yard. So that makes it 2nd and 10.
Parker had to get through that first layer, and unfortunately that first layer was 5 yards back. He got through it. He got back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, now we're doing a pro set. And Parker goes, he gives it the first man through, and he doesn't go anyplace. So that makes it 3rd and 10 from the 50. Yeah, we have gained actually nothing.
The difference between this game and Naselle's last game is against Northwest Christian, Naselle came out slow, lethargic, had a lot of penalties in the first quarter against Northwest Christian. It looks like they have made the adjustments that they needed.
Yep. Okay, with single wing with the wing to the right. Parker in the shotgun. He's rolling right, throws back left. There is nobody over there, and he's got it. Our runner is down to the 25.
Trey, that
Austin Herrera.
Yep.
And that actually was much like the play that Naselle ran against us for a touchdown. Basically everybody went to the right, and he threw back to the left.
Yep.
And of course there was nobody over there. So that puts the ball at about the 26. So, the Hyaks are doing what needs to be done here. They're marching down the field.
No, they're not.
Yes.
Parker Johnson with the quarterback sneak.
We're off the air.
Little keeper.
Minimal gain on the play. 2nd down.
Oh my God, how did that?
What?
Sorry, I wasn't even looking. Okay, so, I pressed the on. We've been having some issues here.
Talk.
Good.
Yeah.
What?
So can you hear John?
Hyak are in the pro formation.
Do you hear John?
Parker number 12 today under center. Oh, pitch back. Looks like Dakota Bryson on the right side. and he goes out of bounds for about 2.5 yards. Parker was able to pitch that ball right as he was getting tackled and sacked by the Naselle defensive line.
Yeah, it looked like all 8 of them guys were in
pursuit. It surely did.
We were going fine.
It,
Down and 6 for the Hyaks.
3rd and 6.
Well, this shows
8:53.
This shows that we're connected. Wi-Fi is on. Yeah, it shows the Wi-Fi is on.
Touchdown.
Scored a touchdown.
And that was towards South Dakota. Dakota Bryson, great touchdown.
Yep.
And you notice the Naselle player immediately helped him back up.
That's the character of this team.
Yeah.
That is the character of this team. We've seen it all season long. They go down by 6. They go down by 8 with only 13 seconds off the clock. They come together and they execute on the plays we're supposed to execute on.
Yeah.
It's so loud here I can hardly hear you. It says we're connected. It says we're transmitting. Do you hear us now?
Parker under center with Dakota Bryson to his right, going for the 2-point conversion. Parker is dropped down behind the line of scrimmage. No good on the 2-point conversion.
I'm sorry, it is so loud.
So with that, the Hyak still trail the Comet 8-6 with 8:43 left in the first quarter.
Well, that's it. When you come out like Naselle did with right off the bat a strict play, they're designed to not only try to get a quick score, but also to get the other team off balance, a little demoralized.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, guys,
Hyak's come back with it.
I just want to tell you, we are not sure at this point if we're actually broadcasting.
Well, get
So-
somebody's listening and call us.
Well, no, the studio did call, but it was so loud I couldn't hear what Shipwreck was trying to tell me. But I'm looking at our stuff. It says we're
You're all connected
transmitting.
and everything, then,
It says we're transmitting, but at one of the points it said we were transmitting, and he said that they couldn't hear anything. So I'm just we're gonna go on and broadcast to you as if we're being heard, but
Yeah.
so anyway,
Show
the
must
score
go on.
is 8-6 with 8:43 to go in the first quarter, and there goes Parker Johnson kicking the ball up high, taken in about the 18. There goes Gardner right down the middle, and he's breaking to the right, and he could go all the way, and he's going to go all the way. So,
And this is what at this level, 8-man football with these small schools like that. What you have a whole bunch of talented kids playing football. They're all talented, but in those teams they usually have one athlete. Mm-hmm. And these are the guys, they're playing football. They're great. They're great at anything they do. They're fast. They got good nose for cuts and burn. And so this is Eli Gardner. He's Naselle's athlete.
well, and they've scored 2 touchdowns in like 30 seconds total time.
Right.
Okay, we've got spread formation, 2 receivers right, 2 left. Here comes the quarterback right up the middle, and he bowls over.
He bowls over Parker
Bowled over.
Johnson.
No, I thought that was Aiden Delaney.
Oh, you know what it was? Aiden Delaney. You're right, Trey.
So that makes it 16-6 with only 8:27 to go in the first quarter.
Trying to find a silver lining to this. Football is about rhythm. Football is about continuity. And the only downside of Naselle scoring as they've been scoring is it doesn't give the offense any time to build any continuity or any rhythm for their offense. So I know it's a stretch, but trying to find a silver lining in a very fast-paced offense.
Dakota Bryson back deep to receive the kickoff.
16-6, 8:27 left in the first quarter. Dakota Bryson's back for the Hyak. And number 87, Kyle Packinen, set to kick for Naselle.
All right, let's see if somebody can kick the ball inbounds. Nope. That looks like that's going out of bounds.
That's okay.
This is a weird strategy. Although after the last return, maybe they should go back to kicking the ball out of bounds. So it's now 8:25 to go here in quarter number one, and the Comets have a 16-6 lead over North Beach, and somebody called timeout. Oh, the Hyaks called timeout.
So, Trey, since you was wondering, I just pulled up KOSW.com, and we are streaming just fine.
Okay.
KOSWradio.com. So.
Okay, well that's good to know. That's good to know.
You guys hear me okay?
So,
huh?
I can't hear me.
You can't hear you? Well, we got to, how about turn you up? How's that?
There we go.
All right.
And I'm getting a lot of double feedback from Trey.
Well, it's because, how's that?
There you go. Oh, much better.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't see how you could be getting double feedback from me. I wasn't saying anything.
You were saying
You got
something.
to see this middle knob. You got to have that down. That's the return from the station. You got to have it down when we're on here.
Oh, okay, okay. You know,
we know this.
This is OJ.
And I am a radio man.
So, Hyaks are coming out down by more than a score. And they've got 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Like I said, 8:25 left in quarter number one. So we're in our pro set. And Parker Johnson's under center. Gives it the first man through. That's Malik Jackson. And he gets about 5-6 yards on that carry.
That's a nifty little scramble there.
So they're going to mark it at the 40, so that's 5 yards. No?
I think if the Hyak have showed anything in the first 2 or 3 series that they've had the ball is they can move the ball against this Naselle defense. A defense that has only given up 78 points all year long, 76 points all year.
Yeah, and 54 of them were to Wakayakum.
Right.
All right, single wing formation. Parker gives it again up the middle to Malik Jackson, and I believe he has enough for a first down. Let's see where they mark him.
Yeah.
Dakota Bryson with the carry.
Oh, Dakota Bryson. Yep. They are saying it's enough for a first down.
Yep.
The Hyak are in their yellow pants, black jersey, and Naselle Comet are in, I think, dark blue pants with a white jersey and a yellow helmet.
Yeah.
And you see they're sporting pink. I'm not sure what that's about. Is that just a thing?
It's breast awareness.
Breast awareness.
Breast cancer awareness?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay.
There we go. And we have a marker down. And let's see what they're going to call here.
On that last play before, Garrison James made you help Malik get that 5 yards. Right? He knocked some guy right out of his way.
So that moves the Hyaks back 5 yards. Instead of being at the 40, no, it takes them, all right, they were at the 45, it takes them back to the 40. So that's 1st and 15, 7:11 to go here in quarter number one. It's shaping up to be possibly something of a track meet. All right, Hyaks are in the single wing. Parker Johnson is in the shotgun. They fake a run or a run across the formation by Malik Jackson and
delay game on the Hyaks. 5-yard penalty.
So
You know, they had Malik Jackson in motion, first going to the left, then coming
to
back
the right.
then Malik came back to the center, and then Malik
Right.
went to the right. And all that movement, it takes a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah,
and
So, in a game where the Hyaks need to score a lot of offense to keep up with Naselle, they're going in the wrong direction. We now have a 1st and 20.
But they were first and long before.
So there we go. Parker Johnson looking to pass. He does, but Dakota Bryson is tackled immediately.
Eli Gardner on the tackle.
So he seems to be Mr. Naselle.
Eli Gardner is a sophomore, 5'9", 160 pounds.
Well, that's what I told you. You know, I look at their stats every game. You know, it's Eli Gardner receptions, Eli Gardner runs, Eli Gardner tackles.
So it's now
Yeah.
2nd and 20 from the Hyaks 35 in our single wing fake handoff. Parker to pass, gets it to Dakota Bryson, and he is down
very nice.
at the 33-yard line. That was about a 25-yard gain for a first down
And you know, once again,
for the Hyaks.
he was in pursuit. They were in pursuit. He was in between two receivers, and Parker put it right there. Dakota got up and grabbed it.
Parker put it only where Dakota could catch it.
Right.
Again,
I mean, that's a very impressive play. I mean, it's very nice. If they can do that all night, they got.
So, Hyaks are in business. Seeing a lot more passing this game than we've seen in the past. All right, single wing. Bryson goes in motion.
Nice.
He gets the pitch, and he gains 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah.
So,
going back to that last play where Dakota caught it up over the middle, again, Parker is feeling the pressure of the Naselle defense, and he still has a wherewithal to put that ball only where Dakota could find it.
Yeah.
well, yeah, he's actually staring down the pressure and delivering it where it needs to go. So we have a 2nd and 6. Ball's at the 30. Need to get to the 24 in our single wing formation. And it was a shotgun snack, and Parker dropped it, but he made the wise thing. Rather than trying to pick it up and maybe getting getting the ball, he just fell on it. But that takes us back to where we started. So now it's 3rd and 10. 4:18 to go. Hyaks down 16-6. So we got a spread formation here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The one in the left is coming in motion, fakes a handoff, and
False start.
awesome.
Naselle is the call. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Okay,
That's going on the cell.
I know, but that's really weird because I didn't see anybody move.
The entire defensive line on the near side here, they all jumped offside and
did?
went back. Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
did.
okay.
Yeah, they were ready to go.
Oh, I did. It's
Hey, those are free yards, man. You got to take them.
okay. This is why we have John up in the booth. He's known for. In school, he was called Eagle Eye John.
Eagle Eye John.
So, clock's running, 3:56. So instead of a 3rd and 10, we've got a 3rd and 5 at the 29-yard line. Need to get down to the 24 in our single wing. Here is Parker rolling to the right, throws back to the left, but he doesn't throw it far enough. It would have worked too.
Throwing
It
against
would've
your
worked.
body is hard to do, especially
It
when
is.
you're moving one way. You throw it back behind you.
But that would have worked because there was nobody over there. I mean, I'm not going to say that he would have necessarily made a touchdown, but he would have easily gotten the first down.
Yeah, and
So
a
that
4th and 5, that's
yeah.
what you're looking for is first down.
Yep. So we're bringing up a 4th and 5, and we've got receivers left and right, and a tight end, it looks like, on the right. Parker's in the gun. got somebody in motion coming across. They're going to give it to Dakota, and he does not go anyplace.
No gain on the play. Turnover on downs. It's Naselle's ball.
So
Jason
Naselle-
Gardner on the tackle. That is Eli's older brother.
So this is just all about the Gardners.
Apparently. Yeah.
Okay, now what's really, really important here, so this game doesn't get out of hand early, is the defense has got to make them at least take a few plays. 'Cause
Right.
thus far, they had one offensive play they scored. Okay, we've got trips to the right and one receiver to the left, empty backfield. Here comes the ball. It's thrown immediately over to the left. 22 has it, and he breaks a tackle, and he breaks another tackle, and he's going down the sideline, and he takes it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
That's Gunnar Gill.
Hyak's territory.
Number 22, Gunnar Gill, a senior, 5'11", 155, tackled by Malik Jackson at the 7-yard line. That was.
But wait a second.
Oh.
We have a penalty
Oh,
that nobody saw because everybody is coming back.
when you're handed these gifts, you got to take
Yeah.
advantage of the opportunity.
So, did anybody see a flag come out? I didn't. But they have saying illegal use of hands.
Yeah.
Block in the back on Naselle.
Wait, this is an illegal block in the back?
Yeah,
I thought that was just illegal use of hands. All right, whatever it is, it's a 5-yard penalty. So, all right, wait a second. So they're
From the spot of the foul, that brings first down and 5.
okay. They're calling it a 1st and 5. I don't really understand that, but okay. Now they're in an I formation with 2 receivers right and left. They're going to fake the pitch. The ball is thrown to one of their players. I can't see who, and he looks like he may go all the way. He's down the sideline and finally brought down by Jaden Apodaca at about the 22. So,
Trey, that's their leading receiver on the year, Scott Hennington, a senior, who is 5'8", 150.
First and 10 for Naselle.
well, guys, this is going to be a long night. They're just we're not talking about 5-10-yard gains. I mean, these are humongous gains.
I will not be part of your pessimistic outlook, Trey.
Yeah, you got to figure how to corner these guys. These
Yeah,
guys
because
got a lot of speedy runners. They got some moves.
okay, I formation, back to Gardner, coming around the right side. He's got the corner, cuts back, and he is in for a touchdown. So that's a 17-yard touchdown run, and the score is now 22-6 with 2:38 to go in the first quarter. And that was just basically see if you can get to the edge before the defense. Gardner did, and then he broke 2 tackles and was into the end zone. So we've got pro set, 1 receiver left. They give it to Gardner. No, they fake it to Gardner and throw it to Gill, who had no one within 10 yards of him, and the score is now 24-6.
This game is being won by Naselle in the trenches. Their entire offensive line is right around 200 pounds, either 175 to 200 pounds. And right now, until the Hyak can find an answer for that girth is going to be the difference in this game. Eli Gardner and all the playmakers are making the plays as a result of what's happening on the offensive line.
Well, that's generally true. If you don't have a good offensive line, it's hard for your runners to get the space to do what they do. And actually, it's, on the defensive side, we have actually shown that we can move the ball at times. So here's the big question. Will they kick the ball in bounds or will they kick it out of bounds again? Seems to be their strategy. He's been doing kind of like, I think, what you call a slice. So Dakota Bryson is going back. He's at about the 20, about the 18, actually. So here we go. And again, it looks like the ball. Oh, Bryson actually picks up before it goes out of bounds, and probably should have let it continue out of bounds because they're going to start at the 25 instead of the 35.
I think that ball was not going to go out of bounds. It looked like it almost came to a stop when Bryson picked it up.
I figure if he picked it up, that was probably the case. He didn't think it was going to actually roll out. Well, here we are.
Okay, this becomes a crucial series for the Hyaks. One thing Brent Washy told you, Mike, said to you and I on Saturday is that they need to do ball control to keep the ball away from Naselle. Yeah. They've done that sort of, except Naselle has scored so quickly it hasn't made much difference.
Working the clock doesn't mean anything.
So the ball,
they don't need much clock.
Yeah, the ball's at the 23. We're in our single wing. Here goes Parker Johnson. He goes up the middle and gained 3 or 4 on the play. From the 23, and they're going to mark it at the 26, so it's a gain of 3. 2nd and 7, 2:15 to go here in the first quarter. Comets up 24-6. So we got split receivers, 1 left, 1 right, and a pro set backfield with Parker Johnson. Here goes the snap, throws it low. Roston Herrera was open, but the ball was thrown around his shoe tops.
Had some pop on it too.
He threw it on a rope, but unfortunately it was right at his shoe tops.
Well, if Roston had been wearing high heels, that would have been high enough up that he could have caught it.
Yeah.
Stick to your day job.
Just saying if he's wearing bigger shoes,
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, that brings up a 3rd and 7 from the 26-yard line. We're back to our single wing formation. Parker rolls a little bit to the right. He breaks 1 tackle, but he gets up to the 30, so that was a gain of 4. That would leave a 4th and 3. So 135 and counting. What do you do, guys, this deep in your territory? Do you go for it or do you punt it?
You know, it's really a tough one. I mean, you let the guys try. You got 3 yards. They've been showing enough.
Yeah, they've been moving the ball.
Yeah. Okay, but the counter to that is if they don't get it, you're giving the Comets the ball deep in your territory.
Well, that's where you have to have faith in what your team can do.
Yeah, and
all
tell
right,
you the
so
truth,
here comes Parker, and he's thrown it down, and it's caught. It is caught by who is it caught by? Is that Roston Herrera?
Roston Herrera.
And that's a touchdown.
And there you go.
Again, you have to have confidence and faith that your team can execute on the plays that you've been practicing all year long.
Well, that was a 67-yard touchdown pass. So that means the Hyaks, well, I said that this was a crucial series. So that makes it 24-12 with 51 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was about to say, it didn't matter where really so far where Naselle gets the ball on offense. They seem to be able to score from anywhere on the field.
Yeah.
But,
okay, we're in our pro set. Parker under center. Gets the ball, pitches it back to Dakota. And Dakota gets in. 2nd and 3rd effort. So.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. So you might as well air it out since it doesn't matter. They score anywhere. But there you go. Naselle wasn't expecting that.
And I have a feeling we're going to see more of that.
Yeah.
They've already shut the run down in some regard.
But they haven't stopped the pass.
They've had a hard time stopping the pass, and I think we may have found the vulnerability.
Well, I'm not going to try to second guess Coach Watchy, but you got a valid point. They haven't. Naselle hasn't found anything really to contain the pass to where they've stopped it.
Right.
Well,
They've
Wahkiakum.
buttoned up the run.
Yeah, well, when they played Wahkiakum, that's why Wahkiakum scored so big. Their big Stoddard threw for almost 300 yards.
Yeah. So here we go. So now we got a game though.
So, I mean,
What they need to do now is come back and a good defensive series. Hold them.
Aha.
I think that last play showed trust the system.
Okay.
You have a system. Trust it.
Garrison James is in to kick, and his job is to kick it out of bounds. No, that's what he told us. He told us his job is to kick it out of bounds. Yeah. So here he goes. No, the ball's down.
That may be a Hyak's recovery.
Wait, no. Wait, I'm confused here. All right. Who has the ball?
Blythe Engelson comes up. No, excuse me. No. Dorian Middlebrooks.
Oh, but we have a Hyax player down in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure who it is. Is that George Harmon? Or Garrison James is one of our bigger guys. But are they saying that we recover the fumble?
I tell you what, from where I was sitting, it sure looked like we did. There was two Comets that had a touch on it, and then I forget.
No,
I didn't see who it was.
They are pointing that it's Comets' ball.
All right. Well, we came close to it. So they're.
Well, we came up with the ball, but I'm not quite sure why they were signaling. So let me see.
Is that Garrison?
It's either Garrison or it's George Harmon. It's one of no. George is out, so I guess then it's Garrison. But he is down flat on his back. So we did not get the ball because the yard marker is going that way.
Whoever the player is, he got chop blocked. The Hyak.
Yep, that's Garrison James.
Yep, Garrison was running towards the ball, and the defender came from Garrison's left side and chop blocked him. And blocked him low and knocked his legs out from under him. That's a really dangerous play to make.
Yeah, it sure is.
And he is walking off very, very gingerly. So even though a Hyak came up with the ball, they awarded the recovery to Naselle. So they have the ball at their own 45-yard line with 46 ticks to go here in quarter number one. And Naselle on top, 24-14. So we've got trips to the right and one receiver to the left, quarterback in an empty backfield. There's the snap, and he goes up the middle, and he's down the left side. He breaks a tackle, breaks another, and gets down to just short of the 35-yard line.
A nice, clean, open field tackle by Jaden Apodaca.
And their quarterback, I didn't realize he's a big guy.
Yeah.
Is he one of their 200-pounders? Okay, 38 seconds to go. We got trips to the right and one receiver to the left, and Chadwick in the shotgun. He's looking to pass. He throws it, and looks like to Gardner.
Well, that's the first one he's missed, too.
It is.
Yeah.
Trey, you asked about Leith Chadwick.
190.
6'3", 190.
Yeah.
So he's got that gives him great vision over the offensive line, over his offensive line, and it gives him a long stride.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Would be a hard quarterback to bring down in a spread offense. Okay, we got two receivers left, two right, and Chadwick in the shotgun. Now 26 comes in motion. Give him the jet sweep. He's going over to the right, cuts inside, and he's going to go in for the touchdown.
Aiden Delaney was there for the tackle, and Chadwick, or no, excuse, not Chadwick, but the running back ran right past Aiden.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is unreal. Just the score. It is 30-14, and we are still in the first quarter.
Well,
I mean, they can't keep up at this pace. If they did,
no.
the final score would be 120 to
Well, it's true.
56.
I think the Hyak's offense is finding some ways to score, but
Okay,
they can't keep trading
yeah.
scores with them.
Okay, we were in the I formation, but there's a penalty marker down.
False start on Naselle.
Oh,
2-point conversion from the 8-yard line.
well, we'll take anything we can get. So that's a false start. Go back 5 yards. It'll be 2-point conversion from the 8. You know, a lot of teams that we'd play, I would say this puts them at a disadvantage, but
Nope.
I don't know
Not
if this
these.
necessarily puts Naselle at much of
No,
a disadvantage.
They haven't found a disadvantage yet.
So quarterback goes under center in an I formation. He's going to pass. He throws it, and it is complete.
2-point conversion to Lucas Dalton.
Lucas Dalton is the one who got it. So with 18 seconds to go in the first quarter, not the first half, the first quarter, the score is 32-14. Comments?
Dakota Bryson was covering Lucas Dalton on that play, and it looked like Dakota may have did something to hurt his hand. He's grabbing his hand is kind of cradled in by his belly, and
Yeah.
Well, shouldn't be much of an issue because they're either going to kick the ball out of bounds or near out of bounds.
Yeah. Near or far.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think any of the kick returners have fielded the ball cleanly in the air in this game. I mean, you know, in one way, 14 points for the Hyaks in the first quarter is great.
Yeah,
It's just
It's what I said earlier. You know, their offense is finding ways.
okay, and there we go. Ball is headed, and this time Dakota picks it up around the 20, and he gets back to around the 30.
They busted a couple to get through there. So
First and 10. In the first quarter.
So we still have 12 seconds to go. 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. And the ball is at the 28. So the Hyaks have first and 10 from the 28. Time for one. I don't know if they're doing pass plays. They might have time for two.
yeah,
there's no reason to change up your game plan. Whatever's next on the list, run it and keep running it.
So Parker's back in the shotgun. They're in a typical single wing formation. And he gets the ball, and he's going to go up the middle. And
Johnson with a fumble. Recovered by Naselle.
so that is not what we wanted to happen. Parker Johnson fumbled, and Naselle recovers at the 31-yard line. So Naselle has 7 seconds.
Leith Chadwick was there on the stop for Naselle. Again, 6'3", going up against 5'8", 5'10".
Okay, got
Parker Johnson.
2 receivers left, 1 right, and running back in the backfield. We've got number 9 in motion, but they hand it to the up back, and he's trying to get around the left side. He does, but he breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and is finally tackled from behind by by Aiden Delaney.
Aiden Laney, yeah.
So they did not score on that play, so that was actually a fairly good defensive play. So with 1 quarter in the books.
Did I miss something? Did we turn the ball over?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
What?
We turned the ball over?
Yeah, Parker Johnson had a run and he fumbled.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Eagle Eye John.
You were standing right here. I know you were right next to me.
No, he was reading. He was reading the weights of all these players.
They're big.
They're big.
They're big. Just suffice to say they are big.
But that's actually one of our best defensive plays.
That was a long quarter.
Yeah, it was.
It really was. So we're only getting into the second quarter here, and 32-14. But you know what? As I said, I like the Hyak's offense. They're finding ways to. They're not letting the Comets defense intimidate them. They're finding ways to do it. Now, if we can just find a way to hold their offense is just
their offense is
just having their way with them. Like
it is second and 1 from the 22. Okay, what's the problem now? They called timeout. I don't know who they're talking to. Somebody. But anyway.
Gentlemen, we had the privilege of serving the team dinner last night, and one of the things I think that is important to point out is just how kind and respectful and polite this group of Hyak football players are. After we're done serving dinner, I would say, if not all of them, most of them came up and said thank you for serving us.
Okay, 2 receivers left, 1 right and 1 on the left, coming in motion. Quarterback fakes a handoff and doesn't get very far, but he does get far enough for a first down.
It's Parker and Dakota ganged up on him.
And that's one of the first stops we've had of their offense of Chadwick.
Right, and
but it was enough for a first down. Of course, he only had to get a yard.
Right.
So he wanted to pass, but for some reason he pulled it back down and decided to run it. So 2 receivers right, 1 left. Gardner goes in motion. He gets the pitch going around the left side. And did he make it in? Yes, he did.
That was Jason Gardner.
Jason Gardner takes the option pitch run left end for another Comets.
So with 11:19 until halftime, the score is now 38-14.
Well, it looks like the Gardner brothers have got it going.
They do have it going, yeah. And once they get to the outside, Trey, you've been saying it all year long. You get to the outside, and it can be lights out, and that's what they're doing.
Well, and in 8-man football, it makes sense. If you have a receiver going down the field, there's just nobody left.
All right.
So we're in a pro set. And here goes the quarterback. Fakes, throws a pass.
Oh.
And it's incomplete. They did not get it. So basically threw the ball too low. The receiver was open. So score right now, 11:19 to go. It's the Comets 38 and North Beach 14. And we have.
Did you park your black GMC by the emergency exit?
I don't have a GMC.
Okay.
I thought you had a GMC.
I do not have I would never drive a Chevy or a GM vehicle. We've talked about this.
We have?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we're not.
A good American-made car you would not drive?
Right.
Oh. So what do you drive?
A Ford.
Oh, a Ford.
Well, don't say it with such disdain, Trey.
Well, I drive a Kia Rio, so. Okay, we got the kickoff. Oh, and this is a squib kick almost. And
caught by Roston Herrera.
And he just dropped
he kind
to
of
the
went
ground.
back. Roston kind of went back like a center fielder would and caught it kind of over his shoulders and slid down.
And then just took a seat.
Yep.
So that's kind of weird because he could have just, for the same amount of effort, just kicked it out of bounds.
Sure.
because we started in the same place as had they kicked it out of bounds. So once again, as I said the last time they had the ball, this is an important series. Got to keep moving the ball on offense in our pro set. And they're hand off to the first man through, who gets maybe a yard. That was Malik Jackson. He gained maybe 1.5.
Yeah. Hard to tell from the angle.
Yeah. We'll call it 2nd and 8 to be charitable. Ball's at the Hyak 37, 10:53 to go until halftime. And the Hyak's back in their kind of pro set with their receivers kind of in. And Parker is making a lot of effort, but he goes backwards. So
Carson Bisbing had Parker wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Parker was able to duck out from under Carson, and get back to the line of scrimmage, it looked like.
So one thing that's probably not helping right now is Garrison James is on the sidelines.
Right, yeah.
He's one of our main blockers. So Isaiah White Frisbee has replaced him. So we've got a 3rd and 10. All right, Parker goes left. He's throwing the ball.
Oh.
And he threw it a little too high for Roston Herrera.
Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little step beyond him.
So, guys, I asked this before. This is even longer. This is a 4th and about 9.5. You're down in your own end of the end of the field. Do you punt or do you go for it?
My answer doesn't change. You trust the system. You got a set of plays. You stick with it. You're in the first half.
They've had big yardage plays tonight, so
yeah, they have. All right, Malik Jackson goes in motion, slides a little bit, goes back the other way. Now he's set. He's the wing. Now he goes out to the right. And if they don't hurry up and snap it, they're gonna. Oh, good. And they're gonna punt it.
Good play. Good play. Right out of bounds. Right at the 28-yard line, 27-yard line on the other side. I think that was the perfect play.
That's smart move.
Smart move. I thought we were going to get a delay of game again because that was the exact same play that we got the delay of game on before. Malik Jackson had that double movement in the backfield.
Yeah, I know.
Who did?
Isaac Cheese, number 55.
I don't know. I see Isaac Cheek come off limping every game, and he goes right back in.
Yeah, he is a gamer.
10, so we got a handoff going up the middle. No, it's a pitch out wide. It was a fake to Gardner. So we got the older Gardner, and he gained about 4 yards.
One of the things I've noticed.
2nd and 6.
One of the things I've noticed is Chadwick, the Naselle quarterback, does a great job of hiding and concealing the ball, and where I'm thinking he has the ball going up the middle, but it's not. He options it off.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he'd given it to the younger Gardner. Okay, a bobble, but he gets the ball over to the speedster on the right, and he's going down the field.
Got a first down.
And I think we're going to get a face mask as well on that.
I think it might have been a horse collar.
Okay, one or the other.
Here, let's watch the replay. Face mask.
It also looked to me because his head kind of jerked a little bit. 27. Oh, we don't have a 27. No?
It's against Naselle.
Oh, there you go.
I guess they didn't see that little jerking of the.
No, they were busy watching whatever Naselle was.
So, who was it on Naselle?
It's number 27, but we don't have a 27. So. Okay, so let's see. That back. They had a first down, but now they don't. Now it's 2nd and 3. 9:25 to go. Clock is stopped, of course, because we have penalty. So they're kind of a pro-set backfield. They're getting a little more. What was about to say they're getting more conservative. Here goes a big pass to 22. It is complete, and he's going down the field, and he's going to score.
Gunnar Gill again for Naselle.
That was 40 yards, 45 yards in the air on a perfectly tight spiral, man. That was beautiful.
In stride. Gunnar Gill catches it in stride. Good pass from Chadwick.
Well, this is one of the problems. They have such a prolific running game that you're constantly looking in the backfield, and then they're right there by you. And here I thought that they were getting more conservative. They were just going to, they got a big, comfortable lead. They were just going to start running it, and then they throw a 68-yard touchdown pass. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Quarterback there alone. And penalty. Called offside on the Hyaks. All right, quarterback goes under center with the running back behind him. Gives it the second man through, who's in. That makes the score 46-14, not with 9:13 to go in the game, with 9:13 to go in the first half. But this is what often happens, guys, in 8-man football. They have scores that when you read them off, people say to you, "Are you talking basketball?" And you're going, nope, talking football.
Trey, I think you turned the volume off. Change it on my SIM?
What? We haven't touched anything.
Okay.
Where's your...
Let's see here. We're running out. I don't know. I haven't touched anything.
Dakota Bryson is back to catch the kickoff. Again, Chadwick is... not Chadwick. Number 87 for Naselle is ready to kick it off.
No.
And here going to kick. And this one, Dakota Bryson feels it on a bounce, and he was met by a bunch of Comets and stopped dead in his tracks. And they said he fumbled, and Naselle recovers.
Dakota Bryson ran right into his teammate, Middlebrooks. And I think that probably put Dakota ran right into Dorian Middlebrooks, and I think that's what caught Dakota off guard.
Walmart takes the Hyaks 26-yard line, 1st and 10 to sell.
Okay, so we've got 2 receivers left, 1 right. Well, actually 2 right. Empty backfield, and we have a man in motion. That's Gardner. And Gardner's faked the handoff, and Chadwick is going around the left side and dives for the pylon, and he has a touchdown.
Leave Chadwick on the quarterback keep around left end for another Naselle touchdown.
I mean, our problem here is that they're just scoring too quickly.
Yeah.
That makes the score 52-14, and we still have 8:54 to go in the first half.
Number 6 for the Hyak, Cale Eden coming to the sidelines limping.
And holding it looked like a hand or an arm. Well, I would think at some point soon, hopefully Naselle will bring in the second team. Okay, we've got an I formation. They fake it, and here goes a pass, and it is complete. All right, so it is now 54-14 with 8:54 to go. That's a 40-point lead. The question now becomes, do they go to a running clock?
I hope not. If I'm a senior on the Hyaks, I don't want anything to change. I want the opportunity to come back and fight back, and I would rather lose and get my butt kicked, fighting the good fight, as opposed to any second string coming in. I don't want the second string coming in. That's an embarrassment for me. I want to go against the best, and I want to keep fighting.
Okay, but generally the sportsman thing to do is when you get a big lead is the other team will bring in the second team.
Yeah, if we're in the fourth quarter, maybe, but we're not even through the first half.
Well, and also consider that from a coaching and team development standpoint, when you get an opportunity to get the guys who don't get a lot of play time in, you give them that
All right,
play
here goes
time.
the kick, and it's going to left side. It's caught by number 80. Dorian Middlebrooks catches it, so that gives us the ball at, where is it? Now 34-yard line, basically we're relatively in the same area it would have been had it gone out of bounds. All right, so now we have the officials blowing their whistles and running back and forth.
So I think what the Hyak are facing, and obvious by the score and by what we've witnessed, is an extremely athletic team. And what do you tell your team when you go into halftime? Mike, do you tell them?
Well, you're right. I mean, for some reason, Hyak's defense is not able to keep up with this offense. I mean, they're in the right position. They seem to be squaring up on the runner, and then he just a little juke and he's gone.
Right.
Right. Parker throws the ball, and it is dropped by Malik Jackson.
I mean, and I guess that's the best way to put it. Is very athletic.
Yep,
quick.
they are doing the running clock. Mm-hmm. Because as soon as the ball hit the ground, the referee made the motion to
run it out.
And that's, in Washington State, I'm sure you saw games, John, back, it's kind of what they call the mercy rule. They do the same thing in basketball.
Kind of like the 10-1 rule in baseball.
So we're in our pro set, and Parker gets the ball, hands it off, and Malik Jackson this time is going to get a first down.
That was about a nifty 15-yard run there.
That was Malik's best run of the game. They had the Naselle defense had them down about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. They had their Malik's ankles all wrapped up, and Malik was able to get out of it and keep running.
Little stutter step and away he went. Yeah, and and I'll tell you, Trey, I don't know what you're saying, but you know what? There's still a little quarter and a whole half a quarter and a whole half of football to go yet, and so we're not ready to.
I'm not ready to give up.
No, you don't.
Okay, we are in the pro set. Parker's under center, gets the ball, goes straight up the middle, and he's going to make a first down.
And there you go. You got to. What you do at this point in the game, you got to reach down in there and see what you got left. You got to find an answer to these guys. They've had some success with them tonight.
They have now, but on the other side, I'd say Naselle is ferrying in a lot more players.
Right.
They're going in and out every play.
Sure. And this is the time the Naselle coach is going to work out his team.
If you're the Hyak team, you don't worry about what Naselle's doing. You worry about what you have to do.
Right, so we've got a receiver to the left, one to the right. Pro set in the shotgun. Parker gets the ball. throws it to Dakota Bryson. He slides past one man and barrels over another, close to a first down.
Close to another Hyak first down, and yes.
Yes, they are saying it is first down. And as we have noted, the offense has had some success
Sure.
against their defense.
And Trey, even their defense has shown the ability to stop them at times. They just got a lot of weapons on their team. You know,
They do. That's why they're ranked 5th in the state.
You know, the Gardner family seems to own Naselle.
Okay, receiver left and right. And here is Parker. He's got somebody at his grill, tries to throw it out, and it's incomplete.
His arm was going forward on that.
Barely.
That incomplete pass.
Well, you know, and it's one thing back in the years when, you know, I broadcast when the Hyaks were winless on the season. It doesn't, you know, it really is true. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. You've got to go out and try your darndest.
Yeah.
And if you don't win, at least you can look yourself in the face and say, well, I tried as hard as I could.
Right, exactly.
We gave it everything.
Yeah. Okay. Parker back to pass. Gets it to the right and threw it behind Jaden Apodaca. So that's a 3rd down and 10 from the 26. And as is, just to point out, we are a running clock normally. On an incomplete pass, the clock would stop, but it is not doing that. So that will speed up the game considerably. So we got a man left, man right, and 2 backs in the backfield of Parker. Here comes Parker. He's getting a big rush. He escapes one, trying to escape another, but he's not going to do it. And showing great sportsman, the guy who sacked him immediately helped him up.
Leith Chadwick again in on the tackle, in on the sack.
Yeah,
and, and that's what you want to see. You know, whether you're up by 30 points or 40 points, you don't want to lose that sportsmanship edge.
So it's now 4th and 15, 4th and 16. And here, owing to the score and where you are on the field, I think, of course, you go for it. So we've got Malik Jackson split wide right, Dakota Bryson split wide left, Parker in an empty backfield. Gets the snap, and he's going towards Dakota Bryson, and he catches it. He catches it for a touchdown.
Holy smoke. Holy smoke.
Wow.
That is called concentration.
Look at
Dakota watched that ball all the way into his hands.
2 Comets just come up and shook Dakota's hand for that.
That was a great play. So that makes it 54-20.
So, Fred, you know, we're not done. There's still plenty of game to play, and you know, who knows what the score is going to be in the end. But you know, one thing these Hyaks have shown the years I've been here and watching is that no matter who's out there, they don't give it up.
So since we're now not 40 points behind, they stop the clock. So we got a wing. Parker goes. He pitches it to Dakota, who's trying to get around the side, and that looked to me like a horse collar tackle, but I don't think they called that. So what did they call? Okay, they called a holding against North Beach, and so that means the point after doesn't go, but still, Hyaks have scored 20 points here in the first half, which is not bad.
Not bad at all.
And they are down to the Comets 54-20 with 3:02 to go. Well, guys, I think, like you said, there's still a half to go and 3 minutes of this, but if nothing else, from the Hyak standpoint, I would want to keep it under a 40-point lead because then they stop the clock. It's like a real football game.
Right.
Again, I have a hard time believing that's part of Coach Washy's mentality. He's playing to win. He's not playing to keep it under a certain score. He's playing to win the game.
Well, of course you play it to win the game. I mean, even when you're 0-9, you play to win the game. That's. I mean, why play?
Well, my point, though, Trey, is that they're not looking at, let's keep it within 35. They're looking at get the ball, score. They have the ball, stop them.
Rack up as many as they can, forget what they're doing.
Exactly.
Okay, 54-20. Parker Johnson's going to kick off. So, guys, do we do an onside kick? Because this is weird. Last year, almost every kick was an onside kick. And it's an onside kick, and it didn't go far enough. So
not quite far enough. I think ball's right there at the 50-yard line. No,
the ball is at the 45-yard line.
Oh, it is. Oh, jeez.
Actually, technically, it's inside, so you would call it the 44 officially, I think, unless they mark it right at the 45. Let's see where they put the ball down. Okay, they're putting it right down at the 45.
That is not how we drew it up.
No.
Nice idea,
yeah.
But well, this is what I was trying to tell you. Last year, I would say at least half of the kickoffs were onside kicks from either team.
Trey, I just want to let me interrupt you real quick. Coach Washy has the entire team huddled up around him right now, and he's giving him a message. We can hear Coach Washy from up here. I can't tell what he's saying.
But it's loud.
Right, I'm sure he's saying don't let them score.
I think it was a more direct message than that. One of the things that tends to happen when you're down by 34 points is you lose your focus. And I would bet that part of Coach Washy's message was
refocus.
Okay, do we have a different quarterback in? Is that 4, or is our quarterback under center? Oh, no. Yeah, different quarterback. So this is Chadwick coming around the right side. He's going down the sideline, and he's in for a touchdown.
That was Gus Burkhalter on the carry.
Unless there was a penalty flag. There is a penalty flag at the 25-yard line. So.
And they're walking back,
So we're waiting to see what the call is, but that was it's a hold. It's a hold. So that would have been a 45-yard touchdown run, but ball's coming back, so. But who is number 4? Is number 4 the other Gardner?
Yes.
Yeah,
yep.
He's in as quarterback now. So these are one of these spot files, so they replay the down, and they, gained a yard.
Gardner is in on quarterback, but Chadwick is still in the game at wide receiver.
So we got 2 left, Chadwick being one right, and a running back, and we have a man in motion. Fake a jet sweep, and Gardner goes right up the middle. And
that's Eli.
Isaiah White Frisbee.
Yeah.
On the tackle, and just shy of a first down. So, it's a little shyer than I thought. So that puts the ball at the 37, and they need the 35, so it's 2nd and 2. And they are under center in an I formation. And it's Gardner at quarterback. He goes to throw, and it's intercepted by Dakota Bryson.
South Dakota.
So
Dakota read that play the entire way.
That was look right here on the.
Yep.
I mean, he saw what route he was taking. He jumped it, and he was right there.
He was right there. Good play by Dakota.
Well, I think we could say that Eli Gardner is a good receiver. He's a good runner, but maybe not the best passer in the world.
Well, it was a beautiful pass.
It was a beautiful pass.
Oh, no, it was.
That was
just
all Dakota.
Yeah.
He took it away from the. It was on target and everything. He took it away from me. That was beautiful. No,
Okay, we are back in our usual single wing formation. Parker goes, fakes, pitches it out to Dakota Bryson, who makes one man miss, and after all that, gains about 4. And all the Naselle players help him up.
that's right.
We have 54 seconds, and the Hyaks only have one timeout, so what do you do here, John? A Hail Mary?
No.
No, you got a couple more plays.
You have a couple more plays.
Okay. Dakota far to the left and Seaver to the right. And Parker's in trouble. He's trying to get out. He's just going to run for it.
We got a first down.
And he either has a first down or near a first down. And the Hyaks take their last timeout, 23 seconds before the half.
I think they got a bad spot down there.
Well,
Looked like he got plenty for the first down.
be third and about 1.
You know, there's no replay in high school football,
Right,
but I
right.
agree with you, Mike. It looked like the Zebra's not giving him a good spot, but
No.
that's okay. What I like right now.
You know, I'm teeing off the edge of the bench down there.
Yeah.
He had the ball past the edge of that bench. That was beyond the mark.
What I like right now is Coach Watson calling that time. There's still 23 seconds left in the half.
You better go in 28. The band's getting riled up now.
Yeah. And you know, it's not a full house here, but it's a fair crowd.
No, this is a good crowd. There's more people here right now than that first game against Oakville.
Yeah,
we have a full squad of cheerleaders out there. The game against Oakville, we had 3 cheerleaders.
Yeah, but we have had games that I have done here before where we have standing room only, and every seat is filled.
That's good.
Okay, we've got trips to the left. Parker Johnson's in the gun. He's pointing at somebody. And he's getting the ball. And he's going to throw it. And I don't think he made it.
Incomplete, intended for Dakota Bryson.
So that gives 15. Well, the clock is going, but I don't know why. Yeah, I wonder why. Wait.
It's the end of the first half here at Lieutenant Jim Davis Field in North Beach High School in Ocean Shore.
Okay, that didn't make sense. That was an incomplete pass.
But it's a running clock right now.
They took that off. They took it off because it's a 34-point lead. It's no longer a 40-point.
Yeah, 10-run rule. Oh well, going off. So interesting half of football, gents.
And I think the coaching staff down there is wondering the same thing that you guys are wondering.
Yeah.
Why did the clock not stop?
Yeah, right. It's supposed to stop. They had taken.
No, I agree.
Okay, now the referee is doing a circular motion. Oh, and I do not think we're going to see any more of Garrison James. He's having trouble walking.
Yeah, he's being gingerly helped off the field.
Yeah.
Some of the Hyaks coming out to help him.
So anyway, I think we're going to take a little break, Shipwreck, and we're going to turn it back over to you and just let you know, here at the half, the score is Naselle Comets 54 and the Hyaks 20. We'll be back with you in 10-12 minutes or so.
So once they inflict the mercy rule, it's stays.
Oh, they can't take it back off?
Pretty sure. They coach basketball too, and that's how it is with basketball.
I thought, okay.
Well,
I thought that the league gets under there.
No, once they inflict it, it's on the cost. I don't know if there's like a certain margin or something, but no, that it hasn't changed.
You're actually showing a pretty good spunk up.
I wonder what they're talking about right now. You have the entire team down below. And the coaching staff out there, all four of them.
They would have to be
So no, I'll ask
They only have to stop for a timeout and switch this amount.
Okay, he's saying that once the 40-point thing is invoked, he stays.
Even, really? I mean, I can see that like for a half, but I can't see that for like.
We'll see if they say anything.
I can see that for the rest of this half we're gonna invoke it, but a brand new half. I get it. I get it.
I just do what they tell me.
I hear you.
That's why they pay you the big bucks.
I don't know about big.
Right, the bucks. I think we can say, you know, the Hyaks are doing something on offense, but on defense, it's been a train wreck.
Yeah, the defense has been a train wreck.
And it's, but they've shown the ability to read their offense.
Right. It's less of a train wreck and more that we're going against a bullet train.
Well, right, but I agree with Mike. There have been 2 or 3 plays that looks like the Hyaks recognize it, they're starting to close in, and then
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. Is that Chadwick guy? They hide the ball very, very well. There's been a couple times where the ball was handed off, and I'm looking one direction, and the ball's going a different direction, and I'm up here. Imagine what's down there. Yeah, that quarterback, when they did a 2-point conversion, he hiked the ball. He hit the ball behind him, did a big handoff.
that's what high school sports is all about.
Yeah.
Well,
When do they start cheering for us? You said last week. Like in the fourth quarter, they're going to turn around and cheer for us.
well, all right, we all do our predictions. Sadly, my prediction is met at halftime.
Yeah, well, right now I think Mike is in the lead.
Well, I said 60, 40.
Yeah, I said like 50. I thought it'd be 56-20, and if it's 54,
I thought the defense was going to show up.
well, it'll be interesting.
I'm not saying that. I'm not.
Nip and tuck, go either way.
I'm on the edge of my chair.
That's because it's a small chair.
Oh, that's true.
That would be big to tackle.
Or the other team's ability to lose.
Yeah, you know,
Because there was time, every one of these big ones, they had to
yeah, the Hyak defense is not losing this game. The Naselle offense is winning.
That's what I think. They've had to try to I don't know. I can't say because I don't know when I'm looking at it. I actually think no matter what, it's an answer to where
I think it's both. I think it's both because Mackay have maintained their offense pretty damn well. So I mean, look, I think that my prediction is that the Hyaks are going to lose the next 2 weeks. They're playing the 2 powers of our conference, but I think they have a great chance against Tulane. Actually, I was looking at Charles Wright. They're having a down year. I actually and yet they allow the guy to cut back and take 2 steps and he's gone.
You read the past articles, the Naselle head coach, when he was interviewed, he talked about his size, his speed, and it's on display.
But that's why I told you tonight that it's not that I don't believe in the Hyaks. I believe the program is going in the right direction. But I just didn't think this was going to be much of a competition because Naselle has just been mowing down people. And I'm just, and I've said it 3 or more times, but I'll say it one more time. I just can't believe that Wakayakum so manhandled them.
Right.
And that scares me for the Wakayakum game because if they could just tear down Naselle, oh my God.
And that game was in Wakayakum, right?
Yeah,
That's a long ways to go to get your ass whooped. You should go.
No, I'm going and I'm staying overnight at Hotel Kathmandu.
Are you?
Yeah.
No, I'll drive there. Now, where is that? Is that down by Columbia?
You go to Naselle, and from Naselle you go 35 miles towards Longwood.
Okay.
It's about 120 miles. I just
Round trip?
No, one way. Yeah, that's I'm old enough that I decided the Winlock game is about 95 miles, but you're coming back to interstate, Grand Mound, you go over to Elma. It's a route I know. It's just the road from Kathmandu to Naselle is crap. It's very, very windy. And the last time I took it was in a driving rainstorm.
Yeah.
So I just decided I'm staying overnight. I'll come back Saturday morning. Hardy, hardy, baby. All right, guys, you about ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Wait. You're hung up on my knee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds hung up on your knee. What even
How
does
long
that
on
mean?
this song?
You guys, it's breast awareness.
Okay, 55 minutes. That's a
Every day is. Every day.
Okay, well, throw it back to us,
That's what I'm talking about. I'll wear pink all day long. Absolutely.
Okay.
If it'll help. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm very aware.
About 40 seconds.
All right.
And then we're going to have it back.
What do you guys want to? Nothing. No.
Okay. Well, we are back. It's halftime, about 3.5 minutes, at least on the clock.
Yeah.
Comets hold a 54-20 advantage over your North Beach Hyaks. Guys, let's hear some analysis on the first half and what you think needs to happen in the second half.
Well, I think as we were talking about at halftime, my perspective, I'm a warrior, I'm a fighter.
You're a lawyer? In here I thought you were a water operator.
No. There's a whole half of football left, and I really hope that Coach Washy's in there and motivating these players and watching him coach the guys all season long so far. There's no doubt in my mind we're not quitting. There's no crying in baseball.
No,
Except this is football.
Well, anyway, Coach Washy's a Marine. They don't quit to begin with. So, yeah, and what we talked about at halftime, the Hyaks are doing some good things. And the defense looks like they understand what the Comets are trying to do on offense. The problem is they just haven't found the answer. They've got the Comets. They got the Gardner brothers are obviously some awesome athletes, and their abilities to make tacklers miss and maneuver the ball and everything that needed to have a decent football team is all there. And plus they got a big, heavy cast of characters blocking for them. So, yeah, it's a tough thing to order. However, as I said, we've seen the Hyaks do some good things on defense. Got an interception in here today. Okay, so they're able to observe the routes, observe the plays, and jump on them. They've stopped a few runs, not many, but
So, John,
but their offense is working.
let me ask you, you're the Naselle coach. What are you telling the guys?
Well, I'm hoping my team is just like what Coach Washy's probably telling his team, stay focused. There's a whole half of football. One of the things that, if the Naselle offense wasn't difficult enough, we have Garrison James probably not coming back. I think we all saw as the teams were walking in at halftime.
Yeah, he was being helped.
Now, Mike, you made an observation about something going into halftime. What did you see?
Well, like I say, we both talked about it. They're getting down to the final second of halftime. First, on that crucial thing, you got the whole team over there huddled up. And then after halftime, after all the team went in the locker room, coach had the coaching staff back, still out on the field by the bench under some sort of conference. So that's kind of unusual. Maybe not. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. If he made some adjustments on the team, he made some maybe adjustments with the coaching. So right.
And that's where it starts. And I think because that coaching staff was on the field probably 5 minutes into halftime. 3 to 5 minutes after halftime began, and so
they're having a.
But Trey, to go back to your question, what am I telling Naselle? I'm saying don't change. You keep driving. You keep moving forward, and don't let off the gas. If I'm the Hyak, I'm saying figure out how to cut that gas line.
Well, all right. I know from years past, there was a game 3-4 years ago. We were playing Willapa Valley, and they were up 56-0 in the middle of the second quarter, and their coach took out the first team and put in the second team. Second team played until about the middle of the third quarter, and then the third team came in. Mm-hmm. And where I just look at that, it was obvious that they had a better squad than we did. They actually, I think, went undefeated in the league.
All right.
And I thought that was a good sportsmanlike move to make.
Yeah, and it is. But we're not Tahola. We're not Charles Wright Academy. We're not Chief Leschi. Okay? We're the Hyak, and we are a good team. And if I'm the coach,
all right,
I'm not giving in.
And as the song's saying out there, we're back in black.
I love that song.
We're back in black? Wait, we started in black.
Oh, yeah, well, hey, I'm trying to get a little radio pattern.
Okay.
On, cut me some slack.
Hyak are on the field right now doing their warm-ups.
So let's take a look. Do you see Garrison James?
I highly doubt he's coming back.
Well, I highly doubt it too, but there has been a time or two I've seen Dakota or Malik get their bells rung. I mean, Dakota in particular, there's been 2 or 3 times, John, since we've been doing this. It looks like, okay, he's out for a while. 2 plays later, there he is.
At this age, they're Gumby. They can get bent, thrown, pounded, and they get right up. Or
right back up.
The three of us, the 2 of you are like, athletic specimens. But speaking for myself, I get knocked down. It's going to take me a minute to get back up. And there's Garrison right there.
Yeah.
He's out of uniform.
He's out of uniform.
And he's limping badly.
And, that don't look good. But, hey,
Well, it
He's going to
means
stick around for the game.
it means that Isaiah White Frisbee is going to get a lot more work.
Yeah.
And as Isaiah White Frisbee is a sophomore, so this is good work for him. So
Trey, next week we go up against Wahkiakum. They're number 2 in the state. So it doesn't get easier for the Hyak.
Well,
next week.
but Trey's been saying that all season. You know that now we come down here 2-2 these first 4 games. These next 2 games are really going to be the.
Yeah.
Okay, now don't want people to take this wrong. I'm not being a
anytime you
naysayer.
Anytime you set something up like
I
that.
know, but I'm just going to say.
Why even bother?
I was going to say, it's not that I'm trying to be a naysayer, but
no, we wouldn't do that.
But going in, I thought a good chance that against both Naselle and Wahkiakum, our chances are limited. I wanted to see the Hyaks play a good game. But I think our last 3 games of the year, we should be favored to win. So I'm saying for those who are listening to the score and thinking, oh my goodness, I think that we still have a chance to have a winning record. And then if we go to, sub-district, we could end up with 6 or 7 wins this year.
All right, fixing to kick off.
Although they're in a weird formation that almost looks like an onside kick formation.
No,
but they're kicking away. They're kicking the other way. Bryson gets the ball at about the 20. He's up to the 30. He's still on his feet. And he's still churning. And he's all the way out to the almost the 45-yard line. That was a really good return. Although that was a weird kick because they were all lined up on the right side of the field, and then the kicker kicked it to the left side of the field.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a knuckleball.
And we are under a running clock. So that will limit the time factor here in the second half. I really believe that if you got the lead under 40, that it went the other way, but they're saying this is not what they're being told.
You know what's cool? Look at that replay screen there. It sure does look
ball's
like
on the ground.
The Steelers out there.
It does, yeah.
Parker
sure
fell on the ball, so not a good start to the second half.
And that's reminiscent of the first play of the first half for the Hyak. It was a muddled up play, and that's how they start the second half. So which means, Trey, it can only get better.
I hope you're right. Okay, second down and about 12. Got a pro set. Parker goes right up the middle. A play that we've used several times, and it generally generates some pretty good yardage.
Yeah, it looks like he
gained about 6.
And right there, that is the offensive line pushing the defensive line back. The Hyak offensive line pushed that defensive line all the way back.
So we've got Jordan Geraldo coming in because taking a timeout because Isaac Chi. Now, Mike, you had commented that
he's hopping a little bit there.
That he is really hobbling. It looks like he might have a bad ankle.
Who?
So Isaac Chi, our
Number
center.
55.
So Jordan Geraldo is coming in, and they're calling a timeout just to give he and Parker Johnson a little practice at the exchange. That's the only reason they're taking the timeout. It's kind of like, when a relief pitcher comes in.
Yeah.
They got to warm up their arm. So.
Right, it is like that, except you can get as many relief pitchers as you want.
You can get as many relief centers as you want.
Right, but you only can have 3 timeouts.
True.
Not what Coach wanted to do was burn a timeout, and that is my point.
But that did actually
a minute,
stop
40
the clock.
seconds into the first or second half.
Okay, so, this is interesting. We have now replaced half or 2/3 of our line. We now have Jordan Geraldo at center. Parker Johnson's under center, got a pro back set. And he goes, hands the ball off to Malik Jackson, who's trying to get the corner. He does, and he's got some real estate and runs out of bounds, but that's okay. That was a good play.
A name we haven't called a lot during this game is Malik Jackson.
Well, maybe that's the key, get him back into the game.
But that was a good run, and it was enough for a first down. Took it up to the 40-yard line for Naselle. Okay, and the scorekeeper is verifying that he was told by the officiating crew it is still a running clock. So we've got wide receivers right, one left, one in the slot. Parker takes the snap, goes to pass, and it is intercepted. It was underthrown to Dakota Bryson. But Dakota Bryson makes the tackle.
All things considered, a great play by Dakota. He falls down on the play. The Naselle defender intercepts the ball. Dakota has a wherewithal to get up and tackle him around the ankles.
Yeah. And a good tackle. You know, one thing we have noticed about Dakota Bryson, not only is he a great offensive player for us, he's made several good open field tackles.
Right.
And, you know, wrapping them up at the ankles.
Mm-hmm.
North and south.
So we've got a running clock, so we're down to 8:45. 54-20 is the score. 1st and 10 at the Comets' 27-yard line. And Chadwick is back in at quarterback, and that is our first play where we basically stopped them for no gain.
Isaiah White, Frisbee.
Well, we're going to get a chance to see some players that you don't see as often.
Yeah.
Good stop.
But, yeah, I mean, you know, coming back from that interception and trying to hold them here, they're doing a good job.
Yeah, I mean, actually.
Refocusing and, you know.
That looks like they lost 2, maybe 3 yards. So, well, they're going to say 2. It's at the 25. I think that's the first thrown for loss of the game. Got receivers left and right. 2 backs. Chadwick is back as the quarterback. Just throws a little pitch to the left, and we've got somebody off to the races, and they're gone. They are gone. Is that Boswick or? Oh.
Eli Gardner.
No flags. Oh, that was Eli Gardner again.
Eli's coming.
When you watch on the replay here, guys, what you're going to see is, I believe it was number 12, Parker Johnson, over pursuing, and I think that's part of what we're experiencing is
exactly. You know, that's what I say. I don't know whether it's the, you know,
so that makes
they're
it
such a great offense.
60-20 with 7:37 to go.
Right. Such a swift and
right.
Well, that's one reason we beat Northwest Christian is I thought they had a trouble with their edge. They kept over pursuing plays, and we would cut back underneath them.
Right, and that's exactly what happened
so
here.
Chadwick goes for a pass, wide open. So that makes it 62-20.
Kyle Packinen, on that catch for the 2-point conversion.
Okay, so we are at 7:37 to go here in the third quarter, and the Hyaks are down by 42.
It's tough.
We got them right where we want them, John. Now is the time we're going to put the foot on the gas. And
there you go.
I think you're mocking the fact that I don't want to let up. I'm not ready to give in. But, Mike, it's hard to teach any player, whether it's a pro player or a high school player, not to over pursue.
Right.
Well, it's difficult.
And I think it's one of those things that comes with experience, watching the eyes of the player that you're trying to tackle. And
well, you know, the report, I believe, Trey, you gave me from the rally or the preseason jamboree was that Naselle had a guy that was a gunslinger.
Yep.
And I tell you, I'll confirm that.
All right, they kicked it way out of bounds. That landed on the track.
But back to Chadwick, you know, he's got the best arm I've seen since I've been watching 1B level football. I mean, he's.
Well, next week, Stoddard.
Everything's tight. his passes are there. They got touch.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of pop on him. I mean, he's got a good live arm. I mean, you know.
And next week they've got a kid named Stoddard who's even better than this quarterback.
Wakayacum does, yeah.
Okay, we have Geraldo in as our center. So we've got one receiver left, one right, and a man in the backfield, 2 men in the backfield with Parker Johnson. He's in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Here comes the rush. And
a flag on the play.
Penalty marker on the play.
okay, let's see what they're calling.
It looked like number 13 of Naselle grabbed the arm of Jaden Apodaca.
Okay, so that's what they're going to do.
Yep, they're going to.
Penalty on Naselle results in a first down for North Beach.
10-yard penalty.
Yeah.
No, a 15.
No, 15-yard penalty.
Hey, you take the fish wherever you can get them, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I never saw a signal. I think that obviously it must have been pass interference of some type. So that puts the ball right at the 50-yard line. 7:27 to go. Clock is running. 62-20, Comets lead. And now we have Bryson goes left, Marston goes right. Marston in motion across the formation. Fake to him. Parker gets the ball, tries to go up the middle, and is sacked.
Yeah, they sniffed that one out.
Parker Johnson on the carry.
Royce Hoff on the tackle for Naselle.
Yeah, one of the problems that we do have is, 2/3 of our line is the backups.
Yeah, and
So-
that play, it just seems like some of our plays are slow to develop.
Yeah,
And-
too drawn out.
And again, I think that disrupts the timing. Now, maybe that's the intent, and I'm not going to second-guess coach on that.
Okay, 2nd and 13 from the 40. We're in our single wing formation. Parker rolls to the left, throws it back to the right, and the pass wasn't the greatest in the world.
No, it kind of hung up there. It fluttered up there, and Jaden Apodaca had to turn around and almost wait for that ball to get to him.
But more importantly, though, the Comets were all over it.
Yeah, even if he'd caught it, he wasn't going
He wasn't going anywhere.
It's almost better that he didn't catch it.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
But again, we've done that play. That time I thought they telegraphed it a bit, and that's why the Comets said, they're going to run that play again.
I think I'd like to see Parker put a little bit more zip on that pass.
Okay, we're in our they call it the dragon formation. I call it a pro set. So it's 3rd down. Parker goes back. He swings it out, and they get it to a receiver who's got the first down and 5 or 6 yards more.
Max Marston.
There you go. Coach Watt, he's finding ways to put chinks in the Comets' defense there to really
It's
move
also
against them. Yeah.
finding ways to get the ball in Dakota Bryson's hand.
And that's what you do. I mean, you're doing what you can right now against this athletically superior team.
That was a good catch by Max Marston.
Yeah. Oh, it was not Dakota Bryson.
No, it wasn't.
No,
it was Max.
Oh, okay. I was right then. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So it's 1st and 10 at the 38. The Naselle 38. The ball's given to Malik Jackson, and he's going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
But it's not Malik's fault. He just, as soon as he got the handoff, he had a guy on him.
And Malik knew that he didn't have any space at all to run anywhere, and he went down before he got tackled.
Yeah.
But they just got really good penetration, and they're getting it on up front.
They lost 7 yards on that play. So now it's 2nd and 17 from the 40. Receiver left and right, and 2 backs in the backfield. They swing it out to Dakota Bryson, but it was thrown a little bit behind him.
And we're lucky that ball went out of bounds, because I think that was probably more of a lateral.
Yeah.
And
they were closer to it than we were.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a running clock, so we're down to 3:45. Score is 62-20. So we got Bryson to the left, and I believe it's Malik Jackson to the right. Empty backfield for Parker Johnson. He kind of bobbles it, but he throws it, and he threw it behind Dakota. And that's one of those things that, you think, okay, so we bobbled a little bit, but it just screws up the timing.
Yeah. And well, you have a brand new center in there, not trying to make excuses, but you have a brand new center.
Well, I actually thought the snap wasn't bad. I think it's more of a case that
it looked like it was snapped up to his shoulder, though.
Yeah, but I thought I think it's more that Parker was looking to where he wanted to throw it before he had the ball secured. All right, Parker's getting a lot of heat, just heaves it up there and knocked away by the defender. So the Hyaks turn it over on downs. So Naselle gets the ball at their own 40. We're getting close to about 2.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. So Dakota's going to get a breather, and coming in to replace him is number 21, Roston Herrera. And also we've got a Dorian Middlebrooks is going to come in and play some defensive back. So Naselle's getting in a much more conservative formation. It's basically a pro set, and the center snaps way over the quarterback's head. And is the ball out? I think the ball's ball out?
No, he held on to it.
Oh, okay. Well, George Harmon went after something.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a shoe that came flying out.
It could be.
So I'm guessing the second string center
was
in.
Yeah.
Or the third string center, because that was nowhere close to the quarterback.
Well,
if Manute Bull was the quarterback, I think it would have been over his head. Okay, so we got a run and play right up the middle, and
no, he's way off the.
Oh, my! Sorry, folks. It's the sleight of hand again.
Yeah,
they went from the 23. That is a 77-yard run.
Trey, in addition to being really athletic, they really got some sneaky hands.
They do.
The quarterback faked everybody. They thought, and
I thought the ball was the running was a belly play, and then you're going like, no, he's out there, and I thought, but there's somebody out there, but he just went right by him.
Yeah.
So it's now 68-20.
And we talked about that at halftime, and I don't recall who the quarterback was on that particular play, but.
I think it was Chadwick again.
Yeah, something that they have executed very well on is that sleight of hand, Mike, that you talked about.
Yeah, I mean it's.
And runner goes up the middle and gets the 2-point conversion. So it's now 70-20, and we still have another quarter to play. I mean, guys, look, I expected Naselle would win this game. But I have been shocked at their ability to score from just anywhere on the field. I mean, that was a 73-yard run.
Yeah.
And like I said, and it was set up by the sleight of hand. And I think it's designed that way. You get all the defenders thinking that someone else has the ball. You're going somewhere else with it.
Well, heck, there have been several plays. There's a play several plays where I haven't known who has it.
Right.
John had a play where he's going, wait a second, who has the ball?
Yeah.
And of course, we're a little farther away, but I also agree it's probably hard on the Hyaks knowing who has the ball.
Well, and that's a technique you have to work on. You have to. It's something that obviously Naselle's practice is ball position. because it's.
I think I know what the problem is. I'll tell you after
And
this.
there is a kick. Dakota catches it on the fly at about the 20. And he's going up the right side. He's made it to the 30, the 40, and he's run out of bounds almost at.
No, that
Oh, no, that was not Dakota Bryson.
Roston Herrera.
Yeah.
Guys, I think I know what the problem is.
What?
Parker Johnson, he's wearing number 12. He's got to go back to 10.
Well,
He's got to go back to number 10.
I agree with it. You know, like ever since the first game I did with you guys, and I mentioned that number 10 was my number in high school and junior high, even the same colors at one time.
Yeah.
Almost the next play he changed.
Yeah.
You know, now he's the 12 now that I'm here. I think it's my fault. So.
No, Mike. No.
I think
He's got to get back to number 10.
I agree.
Okay, now this I don't understand at all. We've got 17 seconds to go in the third quarter, and North Beach called a timeout before they run a play.
Yeah.
Well, we just saw Dakota Bryson come out of the locker room, and it looked like he was slow to get on the field. Right now he's standing in front of the coach. I think this is a call not having the right personnel on the field.
Okay.
So coach calls a timeout and wants to make sure that he is got the correct package on the field. And I don't know that to be true. I'm just
speculating.
Speculating, yeah, exactly.
Because, of course, the coach doesn't call up to us and say, guys, this is what I'm going to do.
The coach doesn't care what we think. At least I hope not.
Only if Trey tries to give him advice.
Right.
On Saturday
Well,
morning.
I was going to say, though, he's taken my advice. We have done more of our good plays have been pass plays.
I doubt it's because of your advice.
Oh, no. I think he went home and said to his wife,
Trey Smith.
Yeah, the play-by-play guy said this, and I got to do it, man. Okay, we're in our pro set. Parker gets the ball, goes under center, and he's off, and he breaks 2 tackles. He breaks 3. He's going, rumbling, bumbling down the field.
That's a nice scramble.
The best run we've seen of the day. Took it down inside the 20. So that was the last play of quarter number 3, although Parker did get up shaking one of his hands.
Well,
Your score, Naselle 70, North Beach 20. Hyak will have first and 10 when play resumes.
So,
gotta love it.
but it's what you guys have said, and it's true. No matter the score, you always put your best foot forward.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's natural when you're not doing well, and in this game we are not doing particularly well, for guys to get dejected and just give up. But one thing I can say about Brent Washy teams, from what I listened last year and what I've seen this year, the kids do not give up. They keep churning away.
Well, and that goes to coach's background, being a Marine, and then getting into coaching. You don't give up. That's not even part of this language.
No, it's not.
Okay, we've got a first and 10 at the looks like 19-yard line.
First and 10, Hyak set to Naselle, 19
Naselle 19, Papa B, because you'll ask me. You go, you didn't say who's 19.
No.
All right, pro set. Johnson under center, goes back, pitches it to. Is that Dakota?
I think that's Malik.
Malik.
Oh, no, Dakota.
You got a couple.
Looks like he got more than a couple, Mike. I would say he got 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, okay.
Say 3. So let's call it a second and. They're calling it here a 2nd and 6. I would call it a 2nd and 7.
But it's a good thing they're going by the scoreboard and not what Trey's called.
Well, I'm just looking at where they've got the
I
second down marker.
No, I see. I agree with what your assessment, but I'm going to go with the official score on every time.
Okay, Hike's in no hurry. 11:37 to go. And Parker's in to gun, and he dropped the ball.
Oh.
That's one of those things that he started to run before he had the ball secured. Fortunately, he fell on it.
And I think that's one of those mistakes that is fixed through experience.
And also, that's one of those mistakes that you're more prone to take when you're tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Hyak should be tired because they've been chasing Comets all over the field.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, we've got single wing. And the ball's hiked way over Parker's head, and it is recovered by Naselle.
Oh.
Well, that's
You hate to see this, you know.
yeah, that's the trouble with being a new center who hasn't played a lot. And you know, you want to get out. I mean, I know this because I used to be a center. You want to get out. You want to make your block.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times when you get that signal, you just give it a good heave. So then you fire out, but that heave was nowhere near.
No.
It wasn't as bad though as the Comet center who hiked it over.
Pretty much put it over the field goal.
Yeah. Yeah, who basically, like I said, if it had been Hakeem Olajuwon or somebody like that, it would have been over their heads. So Parker's coming out. He's getting replaced, I believe. And the Comets taking time out.
Yeah. So, you know, we're down here, and, you know, we had a couple of hiccups in that, and we was talking about, you know, Coach Washi, you know, motivating the team and that. But, you know, not only is this the time when you know, your coach, you got a nickel. This is the time when you want to see who your leaders on the field are. It's real easy. You got some of your guys starting to get down the dumps about the score, not having a few series where we're getting beat up a little bit. You got to have those guys on the field, you know, that who keeps them going.
Right.
You know,
and that's one of the things that I was going to point out earlier is, you know, when you guys have the conversation with Coach Washi on Saturday, that's a good question. I think the leadership component of football is a huge portion of being successful.
Oh, absolutely, and it's youth sports up and through high school, and that is you're learning to play sports. You're learning but the key lessons are the teamwork, and it's where you develop your leadership skills.
Naselle has 43 in at quarterback, and he took a shotgun snap and rumbled about 20 yards upfield. So who's 40? Well, we don't have a 43. So oh no, excuse me, maybe it was 48. 48. So that's Marvin Tucker, a freshman.
Freshman running back, defensive back, 5'9", 140.
Well, he just took off. He gained, like I said, nearly 20 yards, and it was just basically a run right up the middle, which I think is basically going to be the play that they're going to run over and over again here. So it's 1st and 10 at the Hyak 48, and this time a different person gets the snap, and he runs up the middle, and
Eli Gardner.
He had a first down, but then he started going backwards. No. They say he still has forward progress, so he got a first down. Takes the ball down to the 38. So I think part of this is just the fact that the Comets are bringing in some fresh legs and, you know, not making excuses. It's just reality. Our guys are pretty gassed at this point.
Yeah.
So let's see who will get the snap this time. And they've got a big boy in the backfield. Yeah, they have number 65.
Alec Waston, freshman, 240-pound freshman.
Offensive lineman, nose guard, and he's getting a chance to play running back.
A little refrigerator Perry action here. Huh?
Yeah. So you guys interview Coach Washi every Saturday, is that correct?
Well, every Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, Coach comes in. We talk not just about football, but about he's the athletic director. So we talk about, you know, Hyak sports, volleyball team is really kicking butt these days.
Right.
Like so,
7:57. We've got a 1st and 15. I think they went. Nope.
and then of course, then we of course talk about football game and it's
Well, we have another.
Offsides on the Hyaks, 5-yard penalty.
So we're back to one of these series where we keep going up to the line and we're going back 5, forward 5. But we got a lot of fresh players in there.
yeah.
So they're trying to get it. The big kid gets the ball and he's rumbling, bumbling, and he makes the first down.
Watson, the ball carrier.
Well, he's got a little juice for a big guy.
He does. Yeah,
You pick him up and put him
he
down,
does.
can he? Yeah.
Like a bowling ball.
Yeah. But, I mean, on most of these plays, they're gaining 10 to 12 yards a run.
They're
Boy, that's not every day you see a nose guard carrying the ball, and he's actually taking the ball as the quarterback. And there he goes again. This time he's not going to get 5 or 10 or 10 or 15 yards, but it looks like he got about 4, 5.
well,
One of the things that I read from the Naselle coach was he's very excited about his underclassmen. They had
6:20 to go.
They had a whole load of seniors graduate last year. I believe they have 7 seniors. Nope, they have 8 seniors on the team right now. But he made it a point to be excited about his underclass coming in.
Okay. Big boy gets the ball again. And,
Elijah Johnson, the ball carrier.
oh, this is a different. But they're just going to let all their different linemen get a chance to carry the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. That's either a coach letting all his players, or, what do you let them? What's that send to the other team? You don't, so.
Well, I don't know. I kind of look at it that, they're saying.
Who next? Let their cheerleaders come out and run a play too. I mean, that's.
It's a good thing I'm in the middle of the two of you.
Okay,
Well, no, I just-
well, we've got another one. 75 has the ball, and he's going to run forward. And he's.
I mean, I guess I wonder what's the point of having these people you normally probably wouldn't get the ball all year,
Yeah.
except this game. Now you're going.
Yep, you got a first down.
Now in the final 5 minutes of the game, you're going to you start letting any lineman or,
Yeah, and I'm in agreement with you, Mike.
I think that maybe it's part of their game
67.
plan.
Here goes 67. And he's going rumbling, bumbling down.
And not only
Okay.
that, Mike, it's a good way to get a young athlete who's not used to running the ball injured.
Well, no, these guys are, linemen typically are so big, that we got
Yeah,
Yeah.
gain of 5, so we've got.
a small, wiry defensive back taking him down and get himself hurt too.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm not sure. Unless, like I said, I don't know. I don't know the coach from the cell. Is this part of his game?
Hey,
does he use linemen as running backs? As a rule?
Coach Washi said nothing but good things about Coach
yeah.
McNulty.
Oh, well,
So,
we'll
4:14.
see what he says tomorrow.
all right, second, here's number 90 running into the line. Well, I don't know. I look at this as kind of I'm taking the different view of you guys. This is kind of a sportsman thing to do. He's giving the ball to people who aren't generally runners with the idea that, do you want him to hand it to Eli Gardner?
What I
With
want,
4
what I
minutes to
want-
go?
Let me tell you what I want as a varsity athlete, Trey. When I was a varsity athlete, I wanted to play their best. I didn't want them to pull back because they disrespected our abilities enough and wanted to take mercy on us. I wanted
Okay, it's
them
4th down, and he is going to get sacked.
And I guess to Mike's point, you look at their roster, they have Brett Chandler, running back, Jason Gardner, running back, Caden Workalala, running back. you have a roster full of running backs.
Yeah.
Put them in. And,
if you're
but
that's what I mean. I'm not quite sure what that was about.
Yeah,
I mean, it's fine. I'm sure those linemen really love carrying the ball.
They do,
and they don't ever get a chance.
And if I was
to
a
do it.
lineman, I'd want to carry it too.
But I mean, and it's high school football. But I'm just saying, it's not everybody gets a trophy. I'm sorry, that doesn't work out that way. And you have to fight hard, even in the losses. You got to be able to come off there with your head held high and knowing you played against their best and you gave your best. So,
okay, well,
the one thing to put in your second string other guys, another thing to start, letting team managers come out and play again.
All right, but the Hyaks, all right, the Hyaks have their second team.
They weren't playing second team. They were bringing linemen in and using them as running backs for a few plays. Just to see, that's fine,
Okay, so
Do that
who
at
is the
practice.
quarterback? I cannot tell. Or wait a second. Oh, wait a second.
Ball carrier, close to a first down.
Oh, wait a second. I thought they turned it over on downs on the last play.
No, they got a first down.
First and goal.
Oh, so all right.
Next 5-yard line.
I thought that they had indicated that it was a turnover on downs on the last play. All right, so I was incorrect. So now we have a first and goal that it looks like just inside the 5-yard line.
I was kind of hoping for a downpour today.
Well, there is a certain
come sit
appeal.
down. Come sit down. I'll spit on you.
Yeah.
There is a muddy field. That'd really make it good, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
it sure would. The Naselle has beat the Hyak today collectively 102-20. So, yeah, it's been a tough day for Hyak Nation.
Okay, so what do you do here? Do you want them to run it in, or
No,
do you think they should do the victory
I
formation?
think you do the victory formation, and
They're going to call it delay of game,
which is kind of counterproductive to the running clock, right?
Right.
You're told to do a running clock, and then you call them for taking too long.
5-yard penalty.
well, they're not going to run up the scores. So
Well, and that's one thing. I understand that's probably why he's getting letting the center and the reserve guard and all those guys try to carry the ball. But I mean, it's just you run the risk of our defense getting hurt.
okay, we've got a running clock, 1:40 to go, and they look like they are in victory formation.
So, Trey, what are you going to ask Coach after the game?
I forgot to bring my recorder.
Well, we'll catch him tomorrow.
Yeah, or I could tape him with my phone or something. I don't know.
But what are you going to ask him?
Okay, Merkala takes a knee.
I'm going to ask him, when are we going to see Max Milan
No.
running the offense?
No. Max Milan is right where he ought to be. He's learning the game, and if he wants to play, he needs to get better.
I don't know. I saw him. He's pretty fast when he was served as the ball boy last week. I thought they should have given him a chance to at least do one end around.
His time will come. He is as dedicated to this game as I've ever seen him dedicated on anything.
Okay, we might have to do this one more time, or maybe we won't. Actually, nope. Players are coming off. They don't have to run another play, so that, I think, is good sportsmanship. Had they wanted to, Naselle could have run it in for another TD, but they did not. So our final score from Lieutenant Jim Davis Field is going to be the Naselle Comets 70 and the North Beach Hyaks 20. And guys, this is something interesting that you normally don't see. The Hyaks are going to be 2-1 in away games and 0-2 in home games.
Yeah. The game started just like it ended. It started with a one-play touchdown, and I don't remember how many yards it was from Naselle, and they dominated from 14 seconds into the game. They dominated the entire game.
And early on, in about the first half of the first quarter, I thought, I think Naselle's still probably going to win, but I think we're gonna, we're gonna score quite a bit of points. But as the game continued on, our guys, I think they got a little down, and they also got a little worn out because they were doing a lot of chasing.
When
tonight.
you're chasing guys 70 yards, one play after the next, that'll that wears me down watching them.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is Hyak's are going to have some work cut out for them.
They do, but
because next week they're going to be playing an offense that has a prolific passing game.
Well, and what they need to do is build off this, because even though the score isn't where we like it, what they did, they come onto this field here. They played every down. They found ways to get little victories against them. So it was all over. The game was a loss. It was filled with lots of little victories for the team. So some great pass plays. Looks like they're Parker's working into that mode as a quarterback, where he's throwing some more passes, had some nice passes,
and
a lot
we scored 20 points.
Scored 20 points.
Winlock, they played 3 different teams that they kept to 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
We got 3.
Right. So I mean, there's a lot of things to be happy about here, and they left it all out on the field, which is the ultimate thing. So.
I think one of the takeaways from this game, if you're a backup player, this game shows you right here that just because you're a backup, you need to be ready. You need to be ready to play. You need to be ready to step up and play, and practice as if you're a starter.
Yeah. So. Anyway.
Well, I think that's going to do it for us.
Yeah. Just remember, tomorrow morning, KOSW 88.9, 9 o'clock. Saturday morning, showing at 10 o'clock. We got Coach Wash. He's going to come in. We're going to talk about this game and other Hyak sports going on this fall. So be sure to be there.
And I also want to give a shout out to Daryl Prowse, who's been
my other brother Daryl
running the board here for the TV station, and Lisa Hayes, who's been our camera person, and
this has been
Mike
cool.
Price, John Milan, and of course me,
Trey Smith.
Dr.
Creep now. It's almost time, right?
Nope. I'm not doing Friday nights until the season ends.
Until the season's over. All right, folks.
Well, one last time, the score here was the Naselle Grays River, if you really want to be technical, Comets 70, and the North Beach Hyaks 20. We will, as Mike said, some of you will see you tomorrow.
9 o'clock.
On the radio. And for those of you who do game time, we'll see you next week from Cathlamet, Washington, as we take on the Wahkiakum Mules. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
This has been a live presentation of North Beach TV. We now return you to our regular programming. Already in progress.